Welcome back, guys. It's still August 20th, but we were just taking off. Leaving some mud on the highway here for folks. Just to keep them awake. Our goal is to get the Swift Current tonight. That would be awesome if we could. Probably gonna take us 4 or so hours to get there. You can see that I got part of my header sticking out this side. So the hitch is not centered in this combine. It's actually off center this way. In theory, that is so that way you can get over, meet people, and your header isn't riding down the ditch. Actually, no, that's not true. I'm getting that confused with the John Deere. The John Deere's aftermarket hitches that we put on are not center, which is awesome. But these ones are actually center. So you gotta be careful when you get off too close to the shoulder of the ditch. And there's already somebody behind us. So I guess I better let you go. Whoa, I'm flinging mud on my header. Slow it down. Holy crap, that bothers me. You know I don't like getting things dirty. We already got things dirty. Shoot. Okay, we're just gonna stop here. We've been going for a little while. I'm just gonna put my stairs back. We're gonna do a bit of a check here, as we always do. All right. Oh. Everything looks good there. No, I do not expect anything to be hot because we're only going 25 miles an hour, right? But crazier things have been known to happen. This is about as far as I can get over, so I do take up, you know, some of that center line. So if I get this header over too far, you guys, two things will happen. Once I get that, here, I'll show you. Just gonna finish checking this. Still good. See this lip right here? There is actually a bit of a lip. See that lip? Well, when you're doing 25 mile an hour, because you can't slow down for every car, once you get this back tire over this lip, oh, it can get all wild and willy really quickly. And you'll start getting whipped. Like if you start whipping this combine a little bit too much, trying to, you know, overcorrect, hopefully you don't overcorrect, you'll start whipping this header, and then you'll whip the header over the lip, and obviously bad things will definitely happen. So, how wide are we? Well, the pickup header is no wider than the combine. Oh, we got traffic. I better go. All right, that was actually Oli. Oli used to work with us. He's pretty awesome. So we had a 10-minute visit. And now we gotta hit the road. To be slightly annoying is the ticking of my flashers. I wasn't running them. I don't need to run them during the regular daylight hours, but it's turned to dusk And so I'm going to turn them on just to make sure people can see me. And then once it gets dark, obviously you got to have them on. So yeah. So I want to talk about some different things. So what happens, Mike, if you get a semi behind you? Well, if I get a semi behind me, which there is not one right now, well, you know what really bothers me, side note, is that mud that's smeared off my mirror. Boy, that bothers me. Hold on, I just gotta pick up our speed here a little bit. You get a semi behind you, typically you want to let them go, because if there's oncoming traffic, especially if they're loaded, it's just common courtesy if you just pull over, come to a stop, let the semi go, and then move on. If it's just a car or pickup truck, no big deal. They can just go past you because they can just honk on and get around you. But a semi, if they're loaded, I got a 50-foot header back there, and plus the combine length. So it takes a little bit more for a semi to get up to speed to get by you. What happens if I meet an oncoming semi? There's room. We can still meet. I get over to where I normally do. I still have a little bit of pickup over this yellow line, and we can still meet. Technically, it's good if you encroach their lane just a little bit, not too much. That way you can slow down oncoming traffic, because there's a lot of traffic out there, you guys. I've already met a Mercedes with BC plates. They have no idea what you are. And hold on, sorry about that. As I was saying, when you meet people from not around here, or even if you meet people around here and they don't, maybe they're, you know, don't get out of the city very much, or whatever it might be, maybe they're not familiar with agriculture equipment, and that's okay. But normally I find that they'll do one of two things. Either they're going to pull off into an approach and give you the whole highway, which is awesome, or they will not move out of the center of their lane. Like, they won't even get over to the white line. They will stay right in the middle of their lane, and they'll either go by you at full speed, which is terrifying, because like I can only get over so much, or they'll just come to a complete stop in the middle of their lane. This has happened. And they'll be waving a bunch of arms and fingers and so on and so forth, and they apparently want you to go around them. Now, obviously, most farmers are quite courteous. Like, we're not trying to take up the whole road and take up all your time. We're out here just trying to do our job. We love what we do, and we're just trying to get down the highway safely. We want to be safe ourselves. We got families we want to go home to, and we also want you to get home or to whatever destination you're going to. So we can only pull over so much until it's actually a hazard to us. And if we're bigger, obviously we're crouching in your lane, we would expect and hope that you would slow down please, and then move over. Because what happens if you don't slow down, even if you have lots of room? Say I give you the full lane. I pull right over, give you the full lane. It's a bit of a pet peeve of mine is when people go by you at full speed, because if you were to so much as kick up a rock, it will blow out my whole front windshield. Now, maybe not this one, because that sounds laminated to me, which is awesome. But as you know, in the Fendt 720 that I was moving, there is a video about that if you want to scroll all the way back down. It blew the window right out. So that's not a lot of fun. Also, another reason why I prefer you to slow down just a little bit is sometimes people's depth perception is maybe not what it should be. I say that because they think that they have lots of room. Maybe they're pulling a camper or something, and they go whizzing by at full speed, and I'm like, holy crap, like he just about brushed me, and they're like, yep, no big deal. Maybe they knew the whole time. Maybe they're just like, yeah, I'm just gonna brush the tire, I'm just gonna brush the light of his pickup header just a little bit. And good for you. That's awesome if you can got that skill down. But anyway, you would just about make me pee in here doing that. So I would prefer you to slow down a little bit. It's definitely what I do when I meet oncoming people. My subscription has expired. Yeah, I know. That's my GPS subscription. No, I still have the regular GPS WAS, which is about as accurate as 3 feet, no lie. But normally we paid for the little better, and I've let it expire. Anyways, yeah. Just like that, you guys, we're losing our sun. since we're talking about moving, so obviously, like, you guys know that I move a lot. We as a family, we as a farm, we move a lot. We're moving everywhere. We're fairly spread out. So believe it or not, we actually try and plan our moves around traffic. We try to be as, I don't know what the word is, we're just trying to be as accommodating as possible to fellow people on the highways. So, like, for example, like, we have one move that is very difficult for us. That move that we were just on, actually, there's one stretch to some land of ours that is very steep ditched, kind of like where we stopped and looked. And when it comes to moving the drills, you gotta remember the drills are 27 feet wide, tip to tip. So we cannot meet a semi. We just cannot meet it. We can meet a car, because we can, you know, we can get a car pushed off into an approach or something. You guys watched my seeding videos. But we cannot meet a semi. So we know that. So we send pilot vehicles out ahead, so that way if they do see a semi, they can get them pulled over somewhere, hopefully down a road, back road, somewhere, anywhere. Otherwise, we're gonna have a standoff on the highway. Now, so what we'll do is, it's very common for us, we'll leave at like 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, when there's least likely that you'll ever meet any traffic, especially down our way. Like, if we meet, like, this is a lot of traffic, we're getting closer to Swift Current, but down our way, if you meet like 3 or 4 cars during the day, that's a lot of traffic. Well, you can pretty much eliminate all of that if you just move in the middle of the night. So obviously you got to have your pilots, they're still going ahead of you, and you got another set of pilots behind you, and so on and so forth. But that's what we try and do. We try to accommodate fellow people on the highways. Actually, I've always wanted to get a sign made up. You know, like those electronic signs that highway departments use, and you know, they say whatever, construction ahead, 60 kilometers or whatever, slow down, whatever. I kind of want to get something like that put on the back of one of our pilot vehicles somehow, and then just program into it saying that yes, we know that you're there, and we pull over every 10 minutes or so, whatever. So that way, when people do come up behind you, because, you know, for a drill and stuff, you know, we have to actually pull over and stop to let people by. We can't just move like what I'm doing right now and people are swinging by. We actually have to pull over and stop. You know, I don't know what it is with us humans, but it seems like if we know a time, we are more patient to wait. I don't know what it is. For, like, even myself, for example, if I get to a construction area or whatnot, or maybe I pull up behind some farmers, that happens all the time, you guys. I'll pull up behind some farmers, neighboring farmers, whatever it might be, and I'm like, okay, that's fair, you know, no big deal. But then I'm always wondering, like, so I wonder how long they're gonna keep me back here. Like, do I need to make my presence known somehow? I'm like, no, I don't. Of course not, Mike, of course not. They know that I'm back there, hence we do this all the time. And then I'm thinking to myself, well, you know, I know the road and I know a certain spot that's really flat. I wonder if they're gonna let me by there. I sure hope they let me by there. You know, all these things start playing through your mind. But if you have a sign saying, we know you're back there, we will pull over every 10 minutes or so when safe to let you by. Perfect. That's all I need. That's all I need to know. I know that you guys know that I'm there. I know that I'm probably only gonna have to wait a maximum of 10 minutes. And I don't know if it's just because we keep our lives that busy, you guys, myself included, that waiting for toast to toast in the toaster seems like it takes too long. It's like, oh my goodness, this is taking forever. Putting something in the microwave for 2 minutes to warm it up, some leftovers, so you don't even have to cook. You're just warming up freaking leftovers. It's like, oh my goodness, this is taking too long. So, I feel like I gotta do some serious soul searching, myself included here, because apparently we're gonna have to loosen up our schedules a little bit. Oh man. Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent. My bad. Well, anyways, just like that, we are rolling into Swift Current. The lights there that you see in the horizon, other than those vehicles, is the city of Swift Current. So we were gonna find a place to park somewhere, not sure where, and Lee, you guys know Lee, he works with us, and he's been in lots of videos. His wife and kids are actually in town, so they're going to pick us up, us as in, I guess, me, myself and I, and take me home so I can catch a little bit of shut-eye, and then we're going to start first thing in the morning again. I can hear it take any more of this ticking from the flashers, but I guess it is what it is. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna let you go. You guys have yourself a freaking great one, and I will probably see you tomorrow, I guess, or depending on when my videos are, it might be the next day or two. I don't know what I'm doing anymore, but you guys are awesome. Stay cool, guys. Adios, amigos. You're right, I'm back. First of all, we gotta find a place to park here. I can't just obviously take this thing to my house, which is the reason why I'm getting picked up. But I can't just leave it on the side of the highway here either, so I believe there to be some new development over here. I know there's a street that goes in. I've just never been out there. I know there's curbs. So it's not like we can just go off-roading anywhere, but so I hope that I can go down there and then I can get myself back out again tomorrow. So I guess we should start on this turn because we actually got to make it a bit wide here, which is the reason why I was waiting for it to be safe. Turn on my back lights so I can see my header back there. Sure hope it's making that corner okay. It is. You guys see it there? Okay, what do we got here? Okay, Mike. Whoa, sorry about that. I gotta make some decisions here. Right, left, loosey-goosey, righty-lighty, tighty-righty, I don't know. So, okay. I'm just gonna park right here. If it is a dead end, can maybe back it up somehow. Because this header does not back up. Like, you cannot just back this thing up when it's hooked to the combine. So, I'm just gonna park right on the edge of this street. Looks like it goes around. Worst case scenario, I might be trying to jump that curb. Alright, this looks to be about as good as we are going to get. That's it. Let's get out and take a peek here while we wait for our ride. We gotta put our ladder back. We did it, guys. Here's hoping we got all of our wheels back there. Okay, taking too long. See, you can't run with your lights on back here. You're kind of right to traffic. You know what I mean? You don't want to blind the people behind you. They actually need to be able to see to get by you. But for times like this when you're turning, it's all cool. Great news is that the highway's wet, keeping my tires cool. And that's another thing, guys, when you're moving, that's another reason why I chose to move today, is because it's been raining. It's very widespread throughout the whole province. So I know that there's no harvesting being done. So that's going to alleviate like half of all the traffic on the highways. There's not going to be any trucks or farmers out there. So that's the reason why we chose to move now. Okay, guys, that's it. Adios, amigos.